Hi everyone, this is Mitch from the SportsChatPlace.com, and it's Tuesday, July 28th, 2009, here with our weekly boxing talk, one of my favorite segments that I do all week long. I don't want to go too far into it, but we said goodbye to Vernon Forrest this week. Way too early for this guy. It's a tragedy what happened with Vernon. I'm not sure of all the details. More and more news keeps coming out, and I'm sure we'll hear exactly what happened, exactly what caused the end to the life of Vernon Forrest. But we know that the life of Vernon Forrest, he was a gamer. He came to fight. He beat Sugar Shane Mosley a couple of times. He lost, surprisingly to Sergio Mora. Made no excuses about that loss. Came back. Got his revenge, and that was the last that we saw of Vernon in the ring. And he still probably had a couple fights left in him, even at 38. He'll certainly be missed, and definitely just a tragedy in the sport. Vernon used to train at the Wild Card Gym occasionally out in Los Angeles, and next week on our radio show, Picks and Parlays, we're gonna have Rob Peters from the Wild Card Gym on there. Rob Peters is Manny Pacquiao's personal bodyguard. He's also the head of security over there at the Wild Card, so he knows all of the inside information. He knows Manny, of course, personally. He travels the world with Manny, and leads Manny in and out of wherever Manny's going. So pretty exciting stuff. He's led Manny into the ring, before a couple of times as well. So we're excited to have Rob on the show. He's going to talk about Pacquiao, Cotto, of course. The fight set at 145 pounds. A lot of people wondering, is the welterweight title going to be on the line? Doesn't look like it. I mean, actually, welterweight is 147. The fight's at 145. So. It doesn't look like the title is going to be on the line unless Cotto really wants to throw it out there. I don't think he's gonna. In any event, another fight that Rob's going to talk about, at least I'm going to ask him about, is I'm going to ask him about the Concepcion-Levuano fight coming up. That one's in August 15th. That fight was delayed. Of course, it was supposed to be on the Pacquiao-Hatton undercard, and Levuano suffered an injury. I think Abe Concepcion, type of guy that might be able to get to Levuano with his hit-and-run style. I think it's definitely an interesting matchup, and a fight that I was looking forward to the last time out, and we'll see what happens this time. I'm sure Rob has some great insight on that one as well. Also, coming up this weekend, we got a nice little card on Showtime. We have Witter taking on Alexander. Witter, of course, the former WBC champion who lost to Timothy Bradley. We'll talk about this in just a second. And Alexander was the mandatory #1 challenger that Bradley refused to fight. So what do we get? We get Witter fighting Alexander for the Open WBC lightweight championship. And then on the same card, we get Timothy Bradley, who's beaten Junior Witter, who also took out Kendall Holt. He's fighting against Nate the Galaxy Warrior Campbell for the lightweight championship. So this is a nice card on Showtime. We're getting some decent odds on Bradley. Campbell is he's on in years, and he surprised a lot of people when he took out Juan Diaz and won the title. So should be a nice card with two good fights on it. So we're excited to see that. The former champion Witter taking on what was the #1 challenger in Alexander, and then Bradley and Campbell. So just a great night of boxing. Couple other fights I've been looking at on the card. Chris John, Rocky Juarez is on the undercard of the Mayweather-Marquez fight. And, a lot of people thought that Juarez won that first fight. It was definitely, it was ruled a draw. Juarez never seems to get the right sentence. He had the same situation against, Barrera, early on, where it looked like he had beaten Barrera, and Barrera got the decision, then he got a rematch, and of course, was handily defeated. A lot of people think the same thing's going to happen here because John is an overwhelming favorite over Rocky Juarez. I think maybe there's some value in Juarez. I think there's some value in that card, but we still like Juan Manuel Marquez in the fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. In any event, we're going to be back later on in the week when we firm up exactly, around what time Rob's going to be on. The show airs at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It's on Blog Talk Radio. You just go to blogtalkradio.com and type in Picks and Parlays. or go to my site, thesportschatplace.com, and you can click on the link located directly below the video of the day. Now, you can also join us for the radio show. You can call in and ask questions, and Rob can answer them, or Craig Trapp, my co-host from ctsportsbooks.com, or myself can talk with you, or you can enter. We have a chat room there as well that you could just type in your questions or comments too. So we're excited about that, and I'll be back later on this week as soon as we firm up exactly when Rob is going to be on. So that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more boxing talk. This is Mitch from thesportschatplace.com. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.